Start the recording.
Okay, great. So everybody's on that we need on,
Yep,
looks like.
looks like it.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting of the Plainfield Select Board to order. It's now, around 6 o'clock on February 15th.
Yeah,
With me,
6:02 p.m.
6:02 p.m. on February 15th. With me is Riley Carlson, a board member, and also Dan Fingus, the person we're going to be talking to, Charlie Cogbill, and Eric Blaisdell from the Times Argus. And our other board member hasn't joined yet. Shall we wait for him, or did he say he wasn't going to make it?
Well, I think he said he was busy this evening,
Okay,
so
so we have a quorum, so we can go ahead without him, correct?
yeah.
Great. So do we want to talk to Dan a little bit about the job and about why he wants it?
Um, sure.
Okay. Well, I have a question at the outset, Riley. Maybe you know the answer to it. Someone is running for auditor and she's on the ballot now. But we can have more than one auditor, right?
Yeah, well, there's three auditor positions, and
That's what I
someone is
thought.
running for one of them. So,
So when the previous auditor who resigned had it, Lorraine, did she was she the only one for some reason? There was nobody else.
yes, she was the only one
Okay.
because
So
she
it,
was the only person who ran for the last few years.
okay.
I think
So
for
we have
several years before that we had two, and I don't know when the last time we had three auditors
all right.
was.
Okay, great. So I guess so Dan, what's going to happen, I guess, is if we're going to appoint you tonight, then are you able to start doing this job right away?
Yes, and my understanding was that this would fill the vacancy, and so it would just be for now until the next town meeting. Correct. So then there's
Correct.
another option.
And then if you want to continue, I guess that's what I was getting at. If you wanted to continue, I think it's too late for you to get on the ballot, but we could do a write-in campaign, or we could after town meeting, the select board, whoever's on it at that time, could reappoint you to the auditor position at that time, and then you could do it until the next town meeting. And if you want to stay on beyond that, you'd have to run again, I guess. So, are you only interested in doing it between now and town meeting?
I mean, I'm happy to do it between now and town meeting, and then once we've gone through one cycle, we can maybe discuss if if it makes sense, if it's needed to back up Don and to make sure there's multiple people.
Okay. And do you know what you're going to be doing when you get started?
I have a general sense, but would love to hear a more official sense of what the job
Okay.
is. I'll just say, I mean, I want to, I care about the town and want the town to have a town meeting. I've served on several boards and worked with finances through those boards. I'm not a bookkeeper or a accountant myself. I work for nonprofits for a living and have served on nonprofit boards. And so
Okay.
happy to do the job and help because there's this need in town.
Have you looked at our annual reports ever?
Yeah, when I have looked at them every year we've voted. I moved in 2021, so I've
Oh,
looked at the
okay,
last several.
great. So I think, correct me if I misunderstand this, Riley, or if you have a different understanding. You'll look in those reports, you'll see financial information in those reports.
Yeah.
There'll be spreadsheets and things like that. And I think what you need to do is come into the office and go over all of that and try to nail down the back, make sure they're accurate, I guess, as best as you can. And then you have to sign off on it so that we can issue the annual report. There's a lot of stuff in the annual report you're not responsible for, I don't think. There are reports from all the different departments and different officers, but the financial information in the report is your responsibility. Do I
Okay.
have that right, Riley?
Yeah, there's some auditor's report section that has to include certain things by statute. That's what the auditor is really responsible for. And I know in the past, Lorraine has really gone through all the numbers in the town report and made sure they're correct. So as much as you're willing to be another set of eyes on that, I'm sure that the town office would appreciate that. But I think as far as specific questions about the role, I don't know if myself or Jim are really the experts here. We can certainly try and point you in the right direction. But I think Carol or Robin or Kristen in the town office would know more. And the League of Cities and Towns would also be another really good resource if you have any questions.
Right, or the Secretary of State's office too might be a resource.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the first thing would be for you to figure out exactly, as best you can, what your job exactly is, and then see if you can start doing it. And the sooner you get it done, the better it'll be for us, because then we can issue an annual report and schedule a town meeting. But until we have a better sense of when we're going to be able to issue the annual report, we won't want to schedule a town meeting until we know that, I think. Do you agree, Riley?
Yeah, because I think as far as scheduling the town meeting, we need to send the town report to the printer a certain number of weeks ahead of time. So we've wanted to hold off on scheduling the town meeting until we have a better idea of when the report will be ready to go to the printer.
Great. Anyway, so you're willing to take this on and give it a shot.
Yeah, no, 100%, and happy to start as soon as, next week, making sure that I meet with Robin or Carol or whoever makes sense, to figure out the role and what needs to get done, and happy to put some hours in so it's done in a timely manner.
That'd be great. All right. Any other
Yeah.
questions or discussion?
No, I mean, I just want to say I really appreciate you stepping up, Dan, because obviously we've kind of been in a quandary for a while. So thank you for reaching out and stepping up. And I guess I'll move that we appoint Dan Fingus to be town auditor for Plainfield.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right, then you have it, I think, Dan. Really, really appreciate it. You'll need to go to the town office like you said you're going to. I think there's a form you may need to sign,
Well,
but
yeah,
just
you
talk
need to
to
take
Robin.
an oath of office.
Right, that's what it is, an oath of office. So going to the office next week, be in touch with Robin about that, coordinate with her about the timing of when you're going to come in, so she'll be there, and then work out with her how you want to go about going through all the stuff you need to review.
Okay.
Yeah, but do feel free to reach out to anyone on the select board if you need any assistance or guidance or anything. We're happy to help, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
If either of you have handy, I don't have like electronic or copies of last year's town report, but if you happen to have a copy and want to forward it to me, Jim, since you have my email, it'd be helpful just to see it again and remind myself what we're looking at.
Sure, I think there's an electronic copy on the web page. I'll send you a link to it.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, if I can find it, if I'll be in touch with you one way or the other.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
I have the link. I can send it to you, Jim.
Okay, great. Then why don't you, or send it to both of us?
Yeah.
There we go. If you don't mind, or you send it to me and I'll send it to Dan.
I'll send it to both of you. That's fine.
Okay, all right. Great. Anything else we need to do tonight? I thought maybe, no, I don't think there is, but
I don't think so. I guess I'll move that we adjourn. It's 6:10 p.m.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right,
All right.
we're adjourned. Thank you. And thanks again, Dan.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. Okay, good night.
All right.